How can I sum this up in one single sentence? People are trying to avoid looking racist by making a big deal out of race again. That works. I am PUMSQUATCH, hello, and for those of you who don't know, the news broke a few days ago that Aaron Fitzgerald will no longer be voicing Lethal Valentine in the upcoming Guilty Gear game. And I want to cover it because there are a few things that I want to talk about relating to this that are kind of relevant in today's day and age, and I feel like we should really talk about. But we're going to get into that because there are a ton of articles covering this, or a ton of news sources, I guess you could say, this very short story. So, Aaron Fitzgerald has been voicing Lethal Valentine since Guilty Gear XR. So that itself means that she's been in a few games for this character. Okay, so why would she want to step down all of a sudden from voicing this character? Well, she actually tweeted out that she happily stepped away so they could cast more appropriately. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Now, naturally, your next question is going to be, well, if Aaron Fitzgerald isn't voicing the character anymore, then who is? And to that, the answer is Laura Stahl, a person who has had an extensive catalog of things she's been in, all the way from, wait, she was in Kakegurui? What? Little Witch Academia, yeah, Kakegurui, what the heck? Yeah, she was in quite a few things. Kakegurui, Little Witch Academia, even Berserk. And she was in even Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. Hey, I like that one actually. Backstreet Girls, that's so good. She's been in a lot of things. Shantae in the Seven Sirens, Pokemon Masters, the Academy of Magic, Gundam Build. She has been in a lot of things. She has a lot of experience. So obviously, there's no doubt that she'd be able to handle the role really well. She has experience, a long time, years of experience. That's not the problem. The problem that I have here is more so on the reason why she's stepping down. The reason she gave for saying why Laura Stahl will be voicing Lethal Valentine is, and this is a quote, "The character is black, I am not black." Congratulations, people. Congratulations, America. We did it. We made racism obsolete by making sure to make a big deal out of race. Oh my gosh, we did it. This is the pinnacle. This is sarcasm. Really quickly before we go on, I want to sidetrack a bit because I was reading one of the articles and they said about how there has been actual controversy around this character before in the past, so this isn't the first controversy that has come up. But it was around initially a color swap or a palette swap for a character that was optional. Now you're probably thinking, well, what's a color swap or a palette swap? If you don't play fighting games, which you most likely have seen them, it's when a character has the option to change the color that they look on screen while you're playing them, and this is actually necessary for gameplay because it allows people to tell what's going on in a fast-paced environment really quickly on the screen, and this is extremely necessary. And the article that I was reading was saying how that was a controversy, but after looking up, even Googling Lethal Valentine controversy, all that came up was this exact topic and a Reddit thread from 2 years ago, so not really anything related to it. But it is something that is just very necessary for gameplay, and it's an optional thing. It's not as if that's, oh, we're now changing this character from dark skin to light skin. It's not. Alright, let's get back on topic. So the problem I have with this, she is doing this because she is not black. And the problem I have with that is, well, why does that matter? Seriously, why does that matter? This is voice acting. It doesn't matter what race you are. You don't have to sound a certain race. That doesn't matter. But people are making a big deal out of it like it should. If you want an example like this, actually, I have a really good example of this. Alright, here it is. So there's a character from My Hero Academia named Rumi Usugayami, or Mirko. And when she was dubbed, people were having an issue saying that she didn't sound black, that they need to change the voice actress from someone who's white to someone who's black because she doesn't sound black, which is a stupid statement, and it's stupid because, boom, the voice actress actually is black. It is a woman named Aniris, I hope I'm saying that right, Quinones. I did not pronounce that right at all. I didn't pronounce that white at all, what the heck? But yeah, the voice actress was black, but even then, people were still complaining about how she didn't sound black. And just let me ask you, what does the voice of a black person sound like? Does it sound like a woman coming out of her house with just her hair curled up and her ready to smack the crap out of someone because they looked her general direction, because they noticed someone was there? Oh my, no. No, it's not. And you know why? Because voices don't have race. Now, it is of course fair and possible to say that it's, someone has the voice of a certain region or of a certain area. It happens all the time. We call those accents. If someone's from Mexico, then they're going to have an accent like they're from Mexico. Heck, there are multiple accents depending on which region you are from Mexico. But if I were to say that someone sounds Mexican, that sounds bad. If I were at work and someone came into my business, came into my store, and I heard their voice and I said, oh, they sound Mexican, that sounds really bad. It'd be different if I said, oh, they sound like they're from Mexico because they have an accent. That's different. But to say that a specific kind of voice is a specific kind of race, it doesn't matter. Especially in voice acting, because you aren't actually physically putting a person, your voice is just being used for a character because the creator or the people who are dubbing that character, or not dubbing, but the people who are selecting the casting for that character felt like your voice was a good fit. They felt like you could handle the job, and they felt like, you know what, this person I feel like would be a good fit for this role. That's why you have people who are all over the place. That's why we have people who are voicing Asian people in animation, people who are voicing black people, people who are voicing white people, and nobody cares about their race because it's a job that is using their voice and their voice alone. Race doesn't matter when it comes to your voice. So, hearing this person, Aaron Fitzgerald say that they're going to step away from voicing a character because she's not black, it comes across as virtue signaling. Basically, that's what it is, and I don't like using that term, but that's basically what it is. This seems like virtue signaling, and this seems like something we have spent decades trying to fight against. Having your race affect what kind of job you can have, having your race or ethnicity affect your probability from getting a specific kind of job. We have spent decades fighting against that to make it more fair. But now it's starting to turn around, and something like this, that shouldn't matter. At least in my opinion, it shouldn't. But then again, I don't know, I just think everybody's kind of dumb sometimes. But it did say that Ramlethal has been considered a black woman because of her skin tone, which, she's an artificial life form. She doesn't exactly have a specific race, does she? Race, okay. Her race is Valentine. Okay, I have no idea what that is. So after clicking on that, the Valentines are basically just a series of cyborgs, basically. And looking at the Valentine series that they have here, they're all of a different skin color. In fact, the one that we're talking about today is the only one that has a darker skin tone. Very interesting indeed. That's good diversity right there if I've ever seen it. So what's the problem? It shouldn't matter. Your race should not matter in what character you voice. So I don't see why this is a big deal, because it just shouldn't be. It shouldn't. So I have a quick question. Does that mean that she's only going to be voicing people that are white? Well, what about Japanese characters? Well, what about anime? She's probably going to be cast in anime, and a lot of those characters are Japanese. Does that mean she can't play those characters anymore? Or does it only matter because of the skin color? Is that it? Because if that's the reason being, that's pretty damn racist. That's actually pretty damn racist in itself. She doesn't want to voice a black character. Yeah, that's taking it out of context, but that's basically what it is, and that sounds pretty damn racist to me. Alright, I think that's enough fuel for Twitter, don't you think so? Thank you all very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video or the content, then feel free to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. I really don't agree with her reasoning to do this. If you're going to have a job, you should be hired based on your abilities, based on your ability to complete that job, to act, in voice acting especially, be competent enough with that character that you could relate to being able to voice that character enough. Race should not matter. We've tried to go against that for so long, and now we're just going right back to it, and come on people, come on. Well, actually it looks like there are 5 people of the Valentine race. Wow, how about that? But thank you all very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Look forward to seeing your comments and your opinions. And as always, I am PUMSQUATCH. Goodbye. Between Deep Space Waifu and this whole race thing, I am gonna get canceled for sure.